Graham Roebuck sent this question in. Thank you, Graham. It's Yahoo Answers user Savannah who asks, and this is a good question. How do surgeons remember each step during surgery?
Thank you.
How do they remember each step when they perform a surgery? Updated 1 day ago. But sometimes your brain can forget things and you can't always remember everything. Really walking us through the concept of the question there, but taking our hand. I appreciate that.
In the last 2 weeks, I have baked 6 loaves of sourdough.
Yeah.
And each time I have had to check the steps of the recipe.
It's fucking samesies with literally everything I cook. I've cooked curry out of a box probably close to 100 times at this point in my life. Every time still, though, I get out that box like, how much water you put in it? I know it, but I'm so afraid to ruin dinner. And this is like ruining a pancreas or something, like a human pancreas.
Now, Trav, you said you make 6 loaves of bread and you still have to look at the recipe.
Correct.
If a surgeon told me this is the 6th one of these I've done, I don't need to look at anything, that wouldn't fill me. 6 is not like a lot.
Okay,
if you think about it.
Just in counterpoint, if you go in and like before you go in, the surgeon's like, I do need to set up a little like music stand here with some step-by-steps on it. I don't think you'd be like, cool, let's do this, doc.
Yeah, man, awesome, cool.
That's why they have the fucking earpiece in.
What?
You never noticed that? They got an earpiece. Every surgeon has, and then there's a boss surgeon telling them the different things they have to do, and occasionally ribald jokes.
Oh my God.
And the mood is dour.
Here's the problem. Justin's married to a doctor. I have no idea if this is true or not.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Bibbin, it's me, your favorite supporter.
Dr. Bibbin?
Dr. Bibbin, and I'm here on support. And this time I thought I would deliver the steps to you in the form of a very fun rap that I have written. So it goes a little something like this. Tracheotomy, not a lobotomy. Cut that throat and cross the moat. That's what I call the river of blood. If you've made a river of blood, clean it up. Get it out. They've died.
Oh, I skipped a step.
Oh, no.
There has to be a moment, right? Even if it's like your 300th time performing that surgery, that maybe you're like, it's like after you've driven a route a lot of times where like suddenly you're just home and you're like, like
absolutely not. I hope to fuck you wrong. I hope to fuck you wrong. I know what you're saying, Travis, and like point taken, but I absolutely hope you are 100% incorrect.
Guarantee that
the last thing I need is the dude's like, hey, I know this gallbladder's giving you problems, but I'm putting this bitch on cruise control.
But that's the thing, right? There has to come a point where like it's an hour later and they're like, I did that one thing, right? Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I definitely did.
It's a terrible picture you painted, Travis. If I was a doctor, if I have to drill a hole in my house, in the wall of a house to like put in a drywall anchor or something like that, I check my shit 100, like I will have marked it with a pencil and have the drill bit up against it and stop and be like, let me just do the stud finder. Let me just check this again. Let me check this again. Because once I put this hole in my wall, that is going to be a hard thing to undo. I'm imagining me with scalpel on somebody's like arm or whatever, just like, and it is this arm, right? They wanted it on arm. There's something bad with arm. Okay.
That is, imagine waking up. You were put under for a gallbladder surgery, and now you're waking up from the anesthesia, and you're like, "How did it go?" And the doctor's like, I didn't do it. I think I just need a little more time to get ready. Just get in the right headspace. We're gonna do it tomorrow.
I fucking chickened out. I'm sorry. I got in there and everything was so wet and red.
Yeah, it was gross.
I just bailed.
I'm
sorry.
I had a tutorial up on the YouTube, but our internet's being so weird today.
It was really laggy, and I was and then I got a pop-up for like how to make the best pesto, and I was like, I do want to find out about pesto, and one thing led to another, and I went down a deep rabbit hole, and now you're awake. Oh, let me sew you up. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
No, but they can't get mad at you. It's like, wait, you didn't know how to take out a gallbladder? And it's like, well, I sure as fuck knew better than like you would have done it at home.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely better than that. I did a better job than you would have done.
It's a thing that, like, at some point, you are some surgeon's, let's say, third patient. Not their first, because, like, that's scary right there. But they've practiced. They've done this. They had, like, every surgeon has to have their first time without training wheels, right?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, I guess.
But anyways, trust doctors. That is very
Trust
important.
doctors. It is important, but there has to be a first time, right? Here's a fix.
No,
but we can.
I want to talk about this. For a
Okay.
second. The first time, I think basically the way it works is like this: you have a big doctor and there's a little doctor,
right.
and at first, the little doctor is like standing on the big doctor's feet, and the big doctor's holding their hands and doing all the cutting for them, right?
Cool. Yeah.
And then they keep doing surgery after surgery, and then just one time they like look behind them and they realize that the big doctor is now in the bathroom.
Now they're the
like,
big doctor.
They slipped away in the night.
They're dead?
Like, you're the doctor now. They were never alive.
Oh.
They were actually a
shit.
ghost
Whoa.
in this one. In this one, they were a ghost.
Holy
but like that's the basic
shit.
idea. It's basically like the bicycle, like learning to ride a bike. Like the big doctor is holding your waist, and then you are doing the entire surgery, and you realize like they let go already, and you're just like still doing it.
But if you're not ready, then you just kind of scalpel, just rip. Whoa, I can't do it.
And then you fast forward to the big doctor walking the little doctor down the aisle and giving them away at their wedding, and then their first dance. And once again, the little doctor stands on the big doctor's feet.
Oh my
And
God.
they dance. It's
That's
lovely.
good.
Yeah.
Let me hit you guys with this solution to this problem that this Yahoo Answers user has pointed out for us. I think doctors probably forget the steps of surgeries all the time and need cue cards or whatever.
Sure.
And I think one way around that is if each procedure that could be done had just the one doctor that could do it, and they're the only one. So like if you need your tonsils out, they would call Dr. Tonsils. And and it's weird that it's a weird coincidence that was doctor's name, but she would just roll up and be like, "Hello, I'm Dr. Tonsils. I know I look like Miss Frizzle, but let's get those bad boys out. I've done this 659,000 times. I have a big sack full of tonsils that I carry around with me. If you have a heart attack, it'll be like, uh-oh, call Dr. Heart Attack." And he would roll up and be like, "I do the heart attack surgery."
I think that this is why you have, to be unfunny for a moment, highly trained like nurses and other doctors in the room, so that when you skip maybe step 6 and 7, there's somebody going, "Hey, you're gonna tie that off, right?" I mean, you definitely were going to. I just wanted to say it. You're gonna tie that off, right? Benefit of the doubt.
Listen, we're not doctors. We have to make our money the honest way around here. We can't rely on.
I consider
big
myself a bit of a
podcasters.
podcast doctor.
Okay, that's interesting. Oh, you handed me a business card here. Yep, that's what it says. Podcast doctor.
Yep.
That's a little bizarre.
For a while, it said Dr. Podcast, but that was misleading.
I'm something of a joke surgeon, aren't I? Mm-hmm. I get in there with my precision and my scalpel.
Justin, anything you'd like to add?
Justin, any sort of funny joke?
I'd like to say this. Let's go to the money time.